So this is the AresGame AGS850 semi-modular power supply. It says modular, but you can see there. No big deal. Let's open it up. Now what we have, quick installation guide. I suppose that's how to get set up if you're not quite sure what you're doing. Looks quite simple, a few diagrams to help you. Bigger user manual, if you're into that, tells you what's included. We got a kettle lead, nice little cable to power our power supply. And lots of other things. Okay, let's see. So here's the power supply itself. So these are the cables that are permanently attached, I imagine. Oh, does it also include the tester tool? And that allows you to bench power this, so you don't have to connect it to the motherboard and press the power button so you can see if it works. And I do remember seeing something. Here we go. Test it with a quick inspection tool before installing. That way you know it works without, tidying everything and putting it in. And it might not work, so it's good to test that first. We'll do that too. So here's more modular stuff. So you have a lot of stuff going on in your system. Multiple hard drives, SLI video card. I guess that'll work for those. Optional. So the good thing about modular power supplies and semi-modular ones is that you don't need all the cables. So that's I suppose the idea there. So you just plug in what you need into there. Okay, and it does say don't use them from other power supplies. I suppose because the pinouts might be different, you just can't guarantee that. So here's the power supply itself. You see all the output ratings here. We've got a nice switch on the back, indicative of a good power supply in my mind anyway. So I've got a nice little fancy large fan at the bottom there. That looks pretty good. So let's test this. So I've just took this bag off the end here. You can see the tester tool, and it actually shows you how to use it as well. That's pretty cool. So we're just going to plug this into this connector here, and what that will do, that will just jump the pins. On a normal power supply where they're all color coded, it's usually the green or grey one, and it will jump it and it will just turn it on. So it's just a case of pushing that in, connecting the power supply, and then just switching it on with that switch there. So let's give it a go. Oh. You can see it spinning up. There we go. One thing I noticed while it was running, you can see the fan is smooth on the outside, but the logo is slightly off center, so it bounces around. It's kind of a funny thing. So just before I put it in, obviously remove the tester tool, but let's see what modular cables we have on here. So we have a little SATA power cable there. We have a standard Molex, another SATA one there, and the CPU here. We've got two 4-pin connectors. And I believe that's another CPU one there, 8-pin. So we got two of those, Molex and two SATAs. So they're the ones that are non-modular anyway. And then we have all these too. And in that bag we got a lot of fun stuff here. So I guess these will go into the power supply. Sorry, no, they're the Pci Express ones. So we've got two of those. We've got Molex, SATA power. So some of these ends will go into the power supply themselves. So that'll be that one there. So the 6 pins. We even got a floppy drive power cable there. It's pretty cool. You don't see those anymore. And on the other side, yeah, way more fun stuff. So yeah, in the manual it'll actually say what's included. And yeah, here is the manual, lo and behold, it does say what is included exactly, so there we go. So the good thing about these power supplies is, yes, you shouldn't use the modular connections with other brands and whatnot, but if you have a 750 and say you're upgrading to an 850, then the pinouts are exactly the same, so you can just take these, put them into the new one here. This is from the 750. Which has been running for around just over a year now. It's really good. So we're going to put this one in a different computer, upgrade to this one, but these I can just switch out. So all this zip tie stuff here I can leave, which is great. So I'm just going to substitute this part here and the supply itself. So we're all installed, let's get this switched on. So we're up and running. You can see how quiet it is. Well, listen how quiet it is. Pretty much silent. The only fans you can hear are these, the case fans or the old school hard drives down here, but as far as power supplies go, very quiet. Yeah, very smooth running, came on first time. Now I can replace my old one too. So getting a new power supply doesn't mean you throw out your old one. Just slowly downgrade until you have a nice spare, and you can use that tester and make it as a bench supply, or even give it to a friend or something else. So nothing gets wasted. A couple of things just before I finish. The Pci Express Leads here that come with it, pretty cool feature. They actually split into the older 6-pin. Just like that there, and then with older cards that have the 6-pin, that's no problem. And with the newer supply, with the older one I noticed it's just one 8-pin connector for the CPU, as you can see here. But with the newer one they've actually changed that now and put it into 2 banks of 4. So I thought that was a nice little upgrade with the 850 watts power supply. So that is it, we're all installed. We've upgraded 2 computers by buying 1 power supply. I forgot to mention it does come with zip ties and some screws. I guess I must have been too excited. So yeah, I do recommend this product. Really good, really quiet. It gives you all the cables you need. It's semi-modular, so you can just push in what you need to keep things tidy and economical in your case. So yeah, really good. I've been running, like I said before, the 750 watt power supply for just over a year now. No problems, really quiet. So yeah, I do recommend this product. So thank you for watching. I hope this brief review and setup helped you in making a decision when buying a power supply for your PC.